Tea may be a drink meant to warm your heart, but gin is definitely a drink that's meant to warm your soul. Hi and welcome to a brand new episode of Breaking the Myths by Alcohowl. And on today's episode, we are going to break the myths about a drink that we can thank the East India Company for: gin. Myth 1. London Dry gins have to be made in London. London Dry is actually a style of gin that is made with no more than 0.2 grams of sugar per litre after distillation, and that is what makes it a dry gin. It needs to be distilled at a 70% ABV and then diluted down to a minimum of 37.5% ABV. You can't use any artificial flavors or colorings while making a London Dry gin. And it is all these attributes that give it the name, and it has nothing to do with being made in London itself. Myth 2. Gin and tonic protects against malaria. While it is true that tonic of the yore did help the British Raj fight against malaria, today we'd rather rely on modern medicine than tonic water to cure it. Back then, tonic water came infused with high doses of quinine powder, which is the ingredient meant to keep malaria at bay. And gin was added just to improve the taste. Today, however, the tonic water that we get is totally different, much safer, and definitely not a cure nor a prevention for malaria. Myth 3. Gin should always be had cold. We would never advocate drinking a lukewarm martini, but if it's a winter or rainy day and you haven't experimented with hot gin cocktails, you surely are missing out. This is a trend that dates way back into the 1800s, when hot gin punch was all the rage and almost quite a Christmas tradition. If people in 1800s could experiment with hot gin drinks, we in 2020 sure can. Myth 4. Neat gin will taste awful. Gin is all about the product. A well-made artisan bottle packed with flavorful, balanced botanicals can be served simply over ice. If you enjoy it in a martini, try having one with just 5 ml of vermouth and you'll agree that it doesn't need any other flavors. Gin in itself is so flavorful because of all the wonderful botanicals that are used to make it. It really should be enjoyed by itself once in a way. Myth 5. Gin makes you sad. It's time that we identify that gin doesn't make you sad. There is no difference between an 80 proof vodka and an 80 proof gin. The amount of ethanol is the same, and hence the after effects should be the same too. So if a shot of vodka makes you all happy and jumpy, then a shot of gin would do the same. There is no magical gloomy ingredient in gin. In fact, I think it is quite the contrary, because gin makes me very happy. So these were the top 5 myths about gin that we just had to break today. And if you want to break more such myths about your favorite alcohols, stay tuned to Alcohowl, because we've got a lot more content coming up for you. If you enjoyed watching this video, make sure you hit the like button, share it with your friends, and subscribe to Alcohowl.